Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Liverpool have made a bold statement in the summer transfer window, with Onslaught keen to bolster his squad as they aim to defend their Premier League crown. The Reds have already splashed out significantly, securing the likes of Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike and Milos Kerkez, but their ambitions don't stop there. Despite having a bid rejected for Newcastle's sensational striker Alexander Isak, Liverpool remain keen on the Swede, though it's uncertain if a deal can be struck before the season kicks off. Meanwhile, to balance the books, the club may look to offload players, with Luis Diaz already completing a move to Bayern Munich and Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott potentially following suit. In a further coup, Liverpool have pipped Arsenal to the signing of Salford City's promising young striker Will Wright, despite the Gunners tabling a higher offer of around £250,000. The 17-year-old, who made his senior debut for Salford in the 2024-25 season, has joined Liverpool's U21 squad under Rob Page, already featuring in a goalless draw against Hull City at the academy. Adding intrigue, Newcastle legend Alan Shearer has publicly urged his former club to consider cashing in on Isak if his heart isn't fully with the Magpies, suggesting the funds could be reinvested to strengthen the squad. Isak, meanwhile, has returned to Newcastle's training ground for injury treatment, having opted to train alone in Spain rather than join the team's pre-season tour in Asia. Kai Havertz speaks out on Ademola Lookman transfer to Arsenal. Atalanta's star winger Ademola Lookman has set the transfer rumour mill ablaze this summer of 2025, openly expressing his desire to depart the Serie A side. The 27-year-old Nigerian, who etched his name in history with a sensational hat-trick in Atalanta's 2024 Europa League final triumph, their first-ever European silverware, has become a prime target for Europe's elite clubs. Boasting 52 goals and 25 assists in 118 appearances, Lookman's flair and goal-scoring prowess have made him a hot commodity, with Inter Milan leading the chase and Arsenal quietly circling. Lookman has made no secret of his frustration, dramatically clearing all Atalanta-related content from his social media, a move widely seen as a public jab at the club. Reports suggest he feels Atalanta have reneged on a promise to let him leave if a suitable offer arrived, a deal supposedly struck last year. The plot thickened with a statement from Atalanta's CEO, Antonio Percassi, who made it clear the club would only sanction a move to a top European side and not to another Italian outfit like Inter Milan. Percassi shed light on the agreement made in 2024, when Atalanta turned down a €20 million bid from Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. "We told him we'd let him go in 2025 to a proper European giant, not to another Italian club," Percassi declared. However, Inter's persistent pursuit, with bids of €40 million and €45 million, including €3 million in add-ons, has complicated matters. Atalanta, valuing Lookman at €50 to €60 million and backed by a robust financial position with €193 million in profits since 2016, are in no rush to sell. Inter Milan remain the frontrunners, with Lookman reportedly agreeing personal terms of €4 million per year plus €1 million in bonuses. Yet, Arsenal have emerged as a potential dark horse, having been linked with Lookman previously. The Gunners view him as an alternative to targets like Eberechi, though his direct, pacey wing play differs from E's creative flair. Atalanta's insistence on blocking a move to an Italian rival could scupper Inter's hopes, potentially opening the door for Arsenal to swoop. Arsenal's Kai Havertz weighed in on the speculation surrounding Lookman. "He's a fantastic player who's shown his quality on the big stage," Havertz said. "If he joins us, he'd definitely strengthen our attack, but I trust Mikel Arteta and the management to make the right call for the squad." Havertz's comments reflect cautious optimism about Lookman's potential impact, while deferring to the club's transfer strategy. Under Christian Chivu's stewardship, Inter Milan are pushing hard to seal the deal before the transfer window slams shut, even setting a deadline for negotiations. However, Atalanta's rejection of their latest offers signals a tough road ahead. Inter have a backup plan in the form of Christopher Nkunku, highlighting their pragmatic approach to bolstering their attacking options for the 2025-2026 campaign. Tactically, Lookman is a dream fit for either Inter or Arsenal. His versatility across both wings, coupled with his blistering pace, dribbling, and clinical finishing, makes him ideal for dynamic systems like Inter's 3-5-2 or Arsenal's 4-3-3. At Inter, he could form a lethal partnership with Lautaro Martinez, while at Arsenal, he'd complement Bukayo Saka, though competition for a starting spot on the right flank could pose a challenge. With a net worth of €267 million, Atalanta hold the upper hand in negotiations. Yet, Lookman's public discontent and interest from heavyweights like Arsenal and PSG could force their hand. If Inter's move collapses due to Atalanta's no Italian club stance, Arsenal or PSG might capitalize, provided they meet the hefty price tag. This transfer saga encapsulates the modern game's tug-of-war between player ambition, club strategy, and fierce rivalries. Lookman, at the peak of his powers, is poised to take the next step in his career. Whether it's Inter, Arsenal, or another suitor who secures his signature, fans are eagerly awaiting the outcome as the transfer deadline looms. Arsenal's ambitious transfer moves as they eye Premier League glory. Arsenal are gearing up for the 2025-26 campaign with lofty ambitions to finally clinch the Premier League title after a string of near misses. The Gunners, under the stewardship of Mikel Arteta, are riding a wave of optimism at the Emirates this summer, bolstered by a bustling transfer window aimed at bolstering their squad to end their long wait for domestic supremacy. The 2024-25 season proved to be another testing one for Arteta's men. Despite finishing second in the Premier League, they were left trailing in the wake of reigning champions Liverpool. Arteta has openly acknowledged the challenges faced, but the mood around the club is one of renewed hope, with supporters and management alike confident that new signings could be the key to unlocking their title aspirations. Among the headline acquisitions is Swedish striker Viktor Gyökeres, who has made a blockbuster switch from Sporting. His arrival has sparked excitement, with fans eager to see if he can provide the cutting-edge Arsenal have lacked. Gyökeres is seen as a shrewd addition, though some pundits remain cautious about his ability to deliver consistently at the highest level. Adding to the midfield ranks, Arsenal secured the services of Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi, whose £51 million release clause proved too tempting for the Gunners to ignore. The Basque club were powerless to resist, and Zubimendi's arrival adds steel and creativity to Arteta's engine room, marking a significant coup for the North London outfit. Not stopping there, Arsenal also snapped up Brentford's captain, Christian Norgård, for a modest £15 million. The versatile midfielder brings grit and experience, qualities Arteta values highly. Meanwhile, Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga has joined the ranks, adding depth and competition between the sticks as Arsenal aim to tighten up defensively. On the transfer rumour mill, there's been significant chatter about Gabriel Martinelli's future. Pundit Micah Richards, speaking on The Rest is Football podcast, suggested that Arsenal might be better served moving Martinelli on, with a reported £50 million price tag attached. Richards believes the Brazilian winger, while impactful off the bench, may not be the consistent starter Arsenal need to topple the Premier League's elite. Richards also weighed in on Gyökeres, praising his intelligent movement and knack for finding the net, even if his ball control isn't always polished. He's a proper handful for defenders, Richards noted, suggesting the Swede could be the focal point Arsenal have been crying out for. However, he urged caution, questioning whether Gyökeres can sustain his form in the Premier League's unforgiving spotlight. Elsewhere, Arsenal's reported interest in Rennes young defender Jeremy Jacquet didn't come to fruition, with the 20-year-old rejecting a move. Having impressed during a loan spell at Clermont Foot and later at Rennes, Jacquet opted to stay put. Isaac Silakan downplayed the significance of missing out on the centre-back, pointing to Arsenal's already robust defensive options and suggesting funds would be better spent on a new winger, such as Crystal Palace's Eberechi Eze. As the transfer window rolls on, Arsenal's proactive approach signals their intent to challenge for the Premier League crown. With a blend of fresh faces and lingering questions over key players like Martinelli, the Gunners are shaping up for a thrilling season. Whether these moves will finally propel them to glory remains to be seen, but the Emirates is buzzing with anticipation. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!